Hello, hello, and welcome to a vintage story thing. Last episode, we got these guys and our chicken squared away. Well, one chicken, we're going to need more. And also prepared a pen for our hares that we will hopefully have in the future. But that isn't all we need to upgrade. And I'm looking at the farm, but we're not replacing the farm right now, though that is a plan I have for over winter. Now, there's a lot of upgrades I'd like to make. I think this tower needs to be expanded, primarily because we need more charcoal than this really offers us. So in order to expand that, we have to expand the base, and, well, then it wouldn't really look unbalanced for us to have a more impressive lookout tower. I'd also really like to do something a bit more substantial for our berries, not to mention just how many red currant bushes we have that we could, put somewhere and be able to benefit from. We don't currently have the space to do that. It is something that we could put off. It's already September 2nd, so it is getting later in the year. Which, speaking of it being September 2nd already, I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing our larches change color. It should start coming down the mountainside any moment, really. In fact, I think some things are already starting to change, like these ferns here. I've noticed that there's a bit of orange creeping into our vines, too. Winter will soon be here. Before it arrives, I'd like to get a smithy and a kind of general open storage, not a sealed room, but just somewhere to put things, because having everything in our courtyard is not going to work out for much longer. I think that might be everything. Bees, we need to find bees. We need to find bees so bad. We might make a grand expedition for bees today, actually. So I know that this forest to our south is basically all larch, and we've been through kind of this region, didn't hear anything. So I don't think we're going to have any luck finding bees to our south. Looks like there's some red maples in this forest. That's really quite a ways off, though. Our trader just reset a couple days ago, so I think it's probably worth heading over here to this trader. We'll go ahead and pin this, and let's see about going in that direction, because though I have a bunch of building that I'd like to do, we really need to find bees. Bees are rapidly becoming a bit of a problem for us. I'm going to take our 26 rusty gears with us, just in case there's anything worth buying at any of the traders along our route. But the reason that I want to really push for bees now is bees take time to produce honey, but also wax. Wax is really what I'm after right now, mostly for sealing things. So if I take a quick look in the handbook, beeswax is also used for longbows, though we're actually using recurve. You can seal crocks, you can wax cheese, you can make sturdy leather, and it's also used for candles, which we can't actually use just yet, though we're getting closer. Actually, that's a good point. Okay, Adachi first because I'm right here. Hey there. Although I would like to start collecting these tapestry pieces, these prices are a little bit steep, and we don't really have anywhere to hang them anyway for the most part. So I think I will pass on that. Well, thank you, Adachi. Have a good one. Alright, let's double back home, because I want to build the bloomery. That's what it's called. Because I want to build the bloomery and get that started up while we're out and about. Alright, for this first time running the bloomery, we're just going to put it right here. Now we put our flint in. It can hold up to 24. Then we take our charcoal as our fuel source. That goes up to 6. Now we light it. There we are, the bloomery is started. Now you don't actually need to cover bloomeries. Rain won't put them out. But I'm keeping it there mostly so it's out of the way because, well, again, we're very tight on space. But I think that's good enough. Let's get headed out on an adventure. I'm going to be cutting directly to the east, right over this mountain here. I believe that's how I came home, and I'd like to loot the ruins that we found the last time we were coming home from this commodities trader. Didn't mark them, but I believe there's a cave entrance in here, and there was another one a little ways closer. But I guess we'll find out. I know that there was stuff that I left behind in those ruins, but now we have plenty of inventory space, so why not go see if we can finish the job we started. We're just on the edge of an area of low fertility soil here, but I wanted to point out the color of the grass on top of this hill is markedly different than when you look a bit lower. The cold is starting to turn things brown. Oh, that raccoon was munching a berry, and now he's doing a sit. I should remember this low fertility soil is here. We're going to be building more walls soon, and well, it's nice to know where a bunch is. Though if I remember right, this peninsula is a lot of low fertility, and that's much easier for us to reach. Oh, there's exposed quartz here, and this is much closer than the other exposed quartz we've found. We'll go ahead and tag that. So we're officially over halfway through our journey, and I just had a left the stove on moment. I didn't reset our torches before heading out. Oh well, at least they're cheap, right? Maybe I should grab some grass while I'm out here. You can really see the grass starting to die out up here. Well, no ruins. Perhaps those were further south than I remembered. But we're here at this valley. Ah, Stretch. How's it going? So Stretch is currently selling a couple of things. The most notable are linen and cassiterite nuggets, with cassiterite, of course, being tin. We haven't yet found another tin deposit, though we should really go prospecting for more. I'm honestly really tempted. I'm gonna go for it because that's gonna go really far for us. Oh, well, thank you, Stretch. Oh, that's right, there were a bunch of other ruins in this valley. You know what, I have more than half a mind to go explore them. Some of the mushrooms in this valley have grown back in our absence. Well, here's the little ruin complex. Oh, that's right, this has a basement. Oh. He held a shot. I didn't know they could do that. That's annoying. Alright. Right, and we're back to it. Let's go digging around in here. Forage vessel. Is that fire clay? Nice. Do you remember how last episode I said that I keep making shovels while I'm out in the field doing things, and thus they accumulate? Yep, making another shovel. Ooh, 7 gears. Well, I think that's about everything in this one. And there's a bunch of blocks I'd like to get out of this ruin, but there's nothing really in here. That's kind of weird, though. And it's all in copper, too? There's something back there, I think. But I'll have to come back because I didn't think to bring our pick with us. And what did we get out of that? Rice grain. Sure. We need bees so badly, I'm just gonna charge north. See what we find. Head out into here somewhere. Which we have not been that far. Let's get going. Ah, by the way, today's tea is wild sweet orange. I think this might be our first repeat. I do really like this one though. Ooh, that's a trader over there. Ah, it's probably this trader that I have marked. But I'm looking for a place with more trees than that, because we gotta find bees. That is my mission for right now. Oh, I'm walking into some rain. On the plus side, I do love the rain. Oh. Well, look at this. Just happened to wander across more tin. we'll be back for that eventually. Right now, we don't have the space or the tools for it. I might hear bees. Nope, I can't find them in here. Must be hearing things. Oh, I'm hearing a waterfall. This is some exceptionally murky fog. It just suddenly started raining really heavily. So we want to set up a little tent, but we got stuff to do today. Oh, I like the level access to this cave. I feel like going on a small adventure. Oh, there's chalk here. Nice. Whoa. They came out of nowhere. Oh, we gotta talk about that. Hold on. Okay, let's see if we got anything out of these guys. I'm going to assume no. Oh, and a gear? Yeah, I'll take a free gear. Was there anything else down this side? Not really. Okay. I'm gonna just not care about that dude. But over here, let's block this up real quick. Oh, this is a dead end. Okay, so I can actually block this one up permanently. We don't care at all what's on the other side there. Now, let's talk about this ruin. First, do we have anything fun? Have a bunch of empty crates. Collapsed chest, but is there anything in you? No. Pile of junk metal, metal scraps, junk metal, empty. Oh, here we go. So we got a tuning cylinder, some brown coal, saltpeter, free copper spear. You know what, that's worth a copper ingot. Tuning cylinders are very much like music discs, though you require a resonator in order to play them, and that is some distance off, frankly. So I am not going to bother picking that up right now. Another empty crate. Ooh, there's another chest. Some rye seeds. Hey, why not? Turnip seeds and a painting. We're taking the painting. I totally want to take these crates. Crates can be used to store one kind of thing, but large quantities of it. Often more than you can fit in a chest. And this thing here, stuffed into the corner that I've been dancing around explaining, is a translocator. It's a teleporter. I just broke something on the floor, whatever you want to call it, that dropped some metal parts. And if I right-click with those on this translocator, puts the glass back into place and fixes things up a little bit, at least straightens things. But we can't keep using it. We need something a little more. And what we need now is temporal gears. But I'm going to mark this, and we'll have to come back with our gears because, well, I didn't take our gears with us. I really want these crates. By golly, I'm gonna get them too. Right, well, now that we've cleaned this up a little bit, got him better access, we will come back with our temporal gears and repair this, and then we'll be whisked away to somewhere new. No idea where. But that'll be fun. However, I'm going to leave it here for now, because there's nothing more we can do. Oh, forget-me-nots. Do we have any forget-me-nots? And what are they used for? Ah, forget-me-nots make the healing tea. But what can I make? Scent mask. Minus animal seek range, that's handy. And a poison. Okay. Might have some forget-me-nots. I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to head out along this little isthmus and go exploring along this, well, whatever this formation would be called, but it's covered in trees, and I'm hoping covered in bees. But I guess we'll find out. Ooh, found some resin and more. Well, that's exciting. We've been needing more resin. That's a pretty good vista. There's a bunch of goats here. There's all kinds of goodies. If I was still looking for a place to settle, this would be pretty high on the list. There's a lot of fairly flat terrain, good access to the ocean. That looks like it might be a bunch of chalk. Pines everywhere for getting resin. That's what we're currently struggling with ourselves. One of a few things. Ah, more resin. And is that more? No, it is mushrooms. Funeral bells. Well, despite my newfound love of poisonous mushrooms, we don't have the inventory space for them. Ooh. Those are neat looking. They're not poisonous. What do these look like in reality? Oh, these are kind of crazy looking. Well, that's neat. Oh, it's got a toothy underside. Oh, look at that. That's neat. There's a bunch of them here. My torches at home have definitely gone out by now. Hello, bunny. Bye, bunny. Ooh, copper. Okay, not gonna turn my nose up to marking more copper on the map. You know, it's already dark out. Let's go down here. See if there's anything worth our time. The answer is no. Why is there a deer randomly trying to murder me? It was too shallow. Well, that time, at least, I can get there via raft. And I'm going to. I'm also going to replace all these torches that apparently haven't gone out yet. But I took a little nap, so it is now daytime. We have some light to do our exploring by. I'm gonna drop this boat into the water and go pick our stuff back up again. I really don't know why I got attacked by that deer. I did not think they were ever aggressive unless you provoked them. And let's be off. And while we're sailing along, I wanted to give a huge shout out to my supporters over on Patreon, whose names are on the screen right now. Seriously, your support is never required, but it is always appreciated. Thank you. If your name wasn't just on the screen, but you'd like to join them, there is a link down in the description, and also take a really quick moment to remind you that the like and subscribe buttons are down there, if you are so inclined. What is that? Oh, it's just one of them. Okay. Ooh, this high fertility soil. We'll need to remember that's there. I intend to swing by our marked spots of high fertility soil during the winter, and we'll pick them up then when we're building the significant upgrades to our agricultural setup. Also, I just want to point out The leaves are changing colors. The fall is here. Alright. We got our stuff back. Let's hit up that building supplies trader. Hey there, Halder. What do you got for us? Absolutely nothing that I'm currently interested in. But that's okay, thank you very much. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna come over here and see about carrying the boat over land to get into this body of water. And I start exploring along the coast. Maybe I can hear bees that way? That'd be super fortunate. Ooh, there's cattails here though. Oh, funny. Relax. Not here to eat you. So the reason I'm collecting these cattails is that I'd really like to make a reed chest to stick on the front of my raft and or have on my back, because inventory is a small problem for us right now. I forget how many cattails you need for a reed chest, but I know it is kind of a lot. Is it 24? I feel like it might be 24, and we are those two shy. It was 24. Nice. Let's go. I'm going to control right click, and now the front seat contains the reed basket, which there's so many flies, holy crap, which I can access just like normal. And I'm going to drop some of this stuff off. What do I have you? Get out of here. And now we have significantly more room in our inventory, which is grand. Let's get away from these bugs now. So many. Oh, rain. Oh, look at how the peaks around here disappear into the clouds. That's good. Actually, what does that little cove look like? Oh, this little spot is very cute. Look at this. That's just plain good. Though, man, it's getting stormy. Be on our way. Oh, there's a trader over there. It's a trader that I had marked as something curious on the map in the past. We should probably head over there. Well, hello. What's your name? Edel. Edel the treasure hunter. What do you got to trade? Could get a painting. I'm honestly kind of tempted to get this painting though, because I really like this one. This has nice rich greens, you know? That is a lot of our gears though. Like a quarter of our gears. You know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm vain. Alright, how do I want to... Oh wow, it doesn't look like I can go around here. I thought that I would be able to. So we definitely have an overland to deal with. Maybe we cut through this forest, see if we can hear any bees on our way. Then get back onto Spawn Island, give this a good once over. Looking for bees, that is. Then we return home, hopefully having located some. Yeah, I'm not really holding my breath either, but hey, you gotta have hope or something, right? Even though it is night, I should still hear bees if there are any to hear. Them leaving the nest isn't simulated as in entities. It's just simulated as the nest itself, or the hive rather, scanning for flowers within proximity. But the hive itself should still emit a buzzing sound even at night. Unless I am sorely mistaken, and I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me if that's the case. Another trader out that way. Look at that, all the way out there. You know what? Let's go tag that trader. Why not? Would you look at this place? This is downright cozy. So hello, what's your name? Rigby, the luxuries merchant. This is another trader that we can sell gems to. So he's not buying the kind of gems that we have at the moment. We could buy a resonator for 33 gears. Ornate gold arrow is actually the best arrows. So there's some neat stuff that we could buy, but it's all very expensive and not actually all that applicable at the moment. But thank you, Rigby. See you around. We'll probably be back at some point. Well, now that it's a bit lighter, look at this mountain. This is what I saw coming up here. Oh, I can't even zoom in that much. Look at that mountain. And just to the west, there's this huge mountain range. This is a pretty impressive little spot of terrain. That might be a thumbnail. Depends on how much this hunt dominates. Ooh, that's a ruin over there. You know what? That might be worth it. Let's go check it out. Okay, well, here's the ruin. Guessing this was the front door. Then the second little room. But what's underground? Oh, there's more down there, but it's all below dry stone. It's very sneaky. However, this block is chiseled, so I might be able to break this apart. I can. Alright, what do we got in here? There's 2 cracked vessels. We have a farming. Sure. Oh, cabbage seeds. Okay, that's kind of cool. And ore. What are you giving me? Black coal. Sure. Aged crate. We'll take another aged crate. Why not? Yeah, it looks like that's probably going to be it. Alright. Now, this front room. Yes, I see the bony soil there, don't worry. There is more of it, look at that. Alright, that is probably it for here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this ruin as explored. Is there anything else that immediately jumps out to me looking out across here? That is so many mushrooms. That's what immediately jumps out to me. What kind of mushrooms do we got? Shaggy mane. Mark those as edible. And these are yellow stainers? Yeah. Yellow stainers are poisonous and they aren't compatible with alchemy. They are unfortunately kind of useless to us. Oh, this is a neat spot. It's a little lake with a looming mountain overlooking it. That's pretty cool. Oh, chickens! Oh, runaway chickens. Big scary seraph coming through. Might move the traps out here though. It's less than a day's journey away, right? Oh yeah, especially taking water across. That's not too bad. I mean, it's far, but might not be too far. There's a ruin over there. It's a little bit further than I intended to go, but why not? Oh. Cracked vessel seed. What kind of seeds? Give me. Was that pumpkins? Pumpkin! Nice. We have pumpkin seeds. How long do pumpkin seeds? 15 days? That would be into November. I don't think we have time to grow pumpkins this year. Ah, darn. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that. This ruin like spawned inside of peat. Alright. What is going on down here? Not terribly much. Is there anything in this chest? Doesn't look like it. So is there just like actually nothing down here? Unless there's something behind a wall and I'm not digging around right now. I think this is empty. So this ruin didn't have... Oh, it had that seed vessel. That's not terrible. That's not nothing. Well, I think it's about time to get back on our raft and head home. Unfortunately, no bees, but we got other stuff we need to attend to, so I guess we'll do that. The lack of bees is genuinely becoming something of a problem, though. Copper! Yes, we found more copper. Oh, look at this though. This is one of the more unusual ruins. I'd like to do a full excavation of this. I don't know that there's necessarily anything in them, but they do intrigue me. Well, I hesitate to call it a successful adventure, but it was not fruitless. We are coming home with some decent spoils. I think among the most notable are our 5 pieces of resin, quite a bit compared to how few we've gotten so far, and our 6 pumpkin seeds and all of 3 cabbage seeds, which is not very many. Well, let's finally head home. Actually, let's check the traps first. That would be the responsible thing to do. Nothing in that trap. Nothing in this trap. Nothing in this one. Okay. So all our traps are empty. But I'll probably have to place new bait in them. Yeah, probably I'll do that tomorrow. When the sun comes up, basically. Oh, I'm using this entrance. That's different. Hey, chicken. Sorry, I don't have any friends for you yet. Working on it. It's gonna be dark in here. Yeah, it's a little bit sketchy in here without any torches. You need a bunch of grass. Yeah, let's make 32 torches. That sounds about right. And I'm gonna throw them into the fire pit and do them that way because I'm doing it in bulk. I have 42 nuggets of cassiterite now. Let's go. Ah, my torches are done. Good stuff. Let's go sprinkle them about. Now let me show you the wonders of crates. So with this crate, we can plonk it down right here. And now we can take these ridiculous quantities of sticks that I have in my inventory, shove them right in there. There's now 128 sticks inside of this crate. And there is probably still more room, I think. How many can it hold? It can hold 16, and it's 64 per stack. So that's 1,024 sticks that we'll be able to store inside of this crate. It's pretty good. Let's do it with the bones next. And I can also do it with the peat. That is very convenient. We still have 2 more. Oh, it is important to note that the crates can only hold 1 type of item. I might have mentioned that before, but just in case. This, now that it is holding any sticks, can only hold sticks. This one, now that it's holding bones, can only hold bones. Unless, of course, I take everything out of here, and then I can put whatever I want back into it. Alright, I need to go get more clay. Ooh, that's oak? Sorry, oak tree. You're getting cut down right now. Oh, is this also oak? Nice. And we're getting through all of this right now. You know what? Okay, let's do harvesting real quick. Now, I am jumping between tasks here, I know. The ADHD is hitting hard. And I am powerless to stop it. 459 rye grain, let's go. Let's actually grab some of that rye grain and make something out of it. Let's make ourselves 6 servings of rye porridge with mashed turnip and cranberries. Seems a pretty good meal. Now, in order to get at the goodies in a bloomery once it's done, you unfortunately need to destroy the bloomery. So let's take our pickaxe. And we do get a lot of the bricks back. We got 8, and it takes 12 to build, so we got about 2/3 of our investment in fire clay back. But we also got calcinated flint, which we now need to grind. So while our food is cooking, let's do that. Oh, actually, our meal has finished. Oh, that is a color. Look at that. I don't know if it's an appealing color, but it sure is a color. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy for this steaming hot meal. Delicious. Give us about half our hunger, but to take full advantage of the meal bonus, I'm gonna wait. I will, however, grab our last crock. Yes, it's our last one. I'm already attending to that. I ran out of clay while making... It's a whole thing, okay? I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. How's our juice doing, by the way? Oh, the wine is done, and it's fresh for 2.4 years. Look at that. That's without any further distillation or processing, too. That's pretty good. Now this juice is fresh for 4 days only. Let's drink some. Okay, we have some things to make out of clay, so I'm gonna head out and grab some more clay. Oh, right, these trees. So there's at least 3 oaks here that I'd like to get taken down and preferably get seeds from them, and that's a lot of leaves. So I'm currently partway through the process of forging a pair of shears. But as you can see, this craft is a little bit interesting. So I just wanted to quickly explain what it is that I'm doing here. I'm trying to work all of the pieces up and then take them around the whole craft. And I can't move this one right now because there wouldn't be enough stability to keep the whole thing intact. So while you can do this craft with 1 ingot, it's a bit more of a puzzle than some others we've done so far. Now we have only 5 voxels left. Let's pop these out. Perfect. Now let's put these shears to use. There's at least 3 oaks in our little orchard here. And shears will clear out leaves within a 3x3x3 block radius. Look at how that chunks them right out. This is much more resource efficient than using an axe as well, specifically to clear out the leaves. You still need to use an axe on the trunk to get the wood, but the leaves for seeds and sticks, you can use shears. It goes much quicker. If you're hunting around for bees in a tree though, don't use shears, because if you break the block that the beehive is hanging off of, it destroys the hive. And shears are not a particularly precise implement. Oh, I think we had 26 oak before now, and now we have, what is that, 33? It's a couple more. I got 14 seeds out of that total. Well, I guess we don't really have to worry about not having oak anymore, huh? Although we might run out through the winter. We are 79 oak logs. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a good start. Okay, so the thoughtful storage grass bin is miserable. I don't know what the problem is with it, but the controls are terrible. So we're doing away with it. You can't pull out more than 1 thing at a time, and I don't know why. It has gotten on my nerves entirely too many times, so we're not using it anymore. I don't know why it doesn't just use the same controls as the crates, but it doesn't. Okay, so now I need 60 grass. Look at that. Instantly. Ooh, our recurve bow stave is finished curing. Now we just need some raw bushmeat, bones we have plenty of, leather, flax twine. So the leather is really the thing stopping us right now. The bushmeat isn't too hard to source, but leather is a whole process that unfortunately we haven't even begun, though we really should. But since we can't finish this up right now, I'm just going to leave it right on the tool rack. But I'll keep in mind to prioritize leather a bit more. But we also need chickens. Ooh, another temporal gear. Wasn't expecting to find that. For you, a crossfade. For me, it is the next day. And this time, I come bearing a migraine. I get them pretty often. I'm arguably used to it by this point. Ooh, our first lore book. Now that's exciting. I am fortunate in that I don't really get light sensitivity, so I can still look at screens, I can still record, I can even edit, though that gets, that's a little bit hairier. Editing video is, a level of concentration that doesn't really vibe that well with a migraine. But I make do. We're pushing through. I think for this recording session, however long that lasts, I'll be focusing on things around the base, things that are a little bit low-key. But that's alright, there is a ton of building that I want to get done. We need a ton more resources for things. There's going to be plenty going on. We're getting all kinds of gemstones in here. This is good. The last slice. And it's a tuning cylinder. Unfortunately, we don't have a resonator to play it. No, we got 2 more low potential emeralds. All right, we've got a growing collection of those, unfortunately. Let's put our temporal gear away. So we have our rough emerald, our tuning cylinder, we got some bones, flax fibers, a couple arrowheads, some silver, a rusty gear, a rough peridot with low potential, and a copper spearhead, which we might as well. And the lore book. With the lore book, I think that's what this is going to be. It's an H for the one with a shelf. Okay. I don't have any larch, do I? No, I have a bunch more sticks. Let's put them away. So we needed to go get... Here's the axe. We needed to go get some larch anyway. Because of the building that I have planned, we're going to need some larch. And we're going to be expanding in this direction a bit. Trees grow back. We're going to take care of the... Oh, I need our new shears. I'm not really used to grabbing them yet. I too wish the shears had an animation. If there's a mod for 1.20 that adds an animation to the shears, let me know. I would be very tempted. And I'm gonna hit all of these leaves first. Then I'll come back for the trees themselves. Oh, it's getting pretty late in September. I didn't even realize we were that far along in the year. I feel like the last time I looked at the date, it was the 2nd. We were looking for bees for like 4 days. Oh man. That's rough. It's a huge expenditure of time and resources to come away with not that much. We know where a commodities trader is though, don't we? Oh, that's Stretch, who did not have beeswax. Actually, isn't it the commodities traders that have beeswax? Let me check here. The wiki is not loading very quickly, so I'm just gonna leave that to spin on the second screen while I keep chopping these trees down. I'm totally full of seeds and stuff and sticks. I don't even have a good place to put a dump chest. That's how dire this is. You know what? Put it there so that hopefully I will be incentivized to deal with it. One of these pit kilns, this one has an axe mold. I'd like to get ready to cast that as soon as it's done. So let's prep the crucible right now. I'll need 8 nuggets of cassiterite, these 20 ingots of copper, and 72 other nuggets of copper. Dunk that all in here. We'll get 500 units of tin bronze, for which we'll want to use this axe mold and 4 ingot molds. So there's something else I should... Do we need another pickaxe or hammer? Our hammer is looking pretty good. Pickaxe is practically new. Nice. Oh, peat. We are running low on peat. Let's go grab some of that while I'm digging around in the dirt in the middle of the night. You know, like a normal person. I have to say, it is proper freeing to have the mass storage of crates. Oh, these are all done. Nice. Alright, and now that we have room, I'm going to transfer our grain from this crate into this storage vessel. Because the storage vessel offers an additional benefit to the grain, but it was, well, our storage was a problem, as it so often is. Well, that's rather cozy. Alright, I'm gonna get this lit and warming up. I have a bit more clay forming I'd like to do while we wait for that to come up to temperature. And I will have to add some charcoal to bring this fully up to temp, but for right now, it's just peat. Well, we still have some calcinated flint left over, but we just got enough fire clay to make a bunch of fire clay bricks. Oh, how's the temperature looking on this? Nowhere near done, okay. I'll put 4 more in, and maybe that'll get us across the line. Guess we'll find out. But I looked it up, and we can place 12 fire clay bricks in a pit kiln, which means we have 6 left over that we have to store somewhere. Here, that works. Ah, a beautiful sight. Oh, it's done. And let's grab our tongs. Oh, we don't need the hammer for this one. Tongs in our offhand. Grab our crucible. Let's fill these things. Nice. We're gonna add a little something to our kitchen. There we go. And if I run into any spare knives, sometimes I accumulate random spare knives and I'll put them over here as well. Ah, the wiki page on traders finally loaded, and agriculture and commodities traders will sell beeswax. So I think if we want to get lanterns this year, that's our best bet, which is kind of unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? 10 bronze is gonna cool down soon, but in the meantime, some other things we can work on. I want to make some upgrades to our charcoal pit because we need more space than this is able to provide. We need a higher volume charcoal pit, rather. So it's time to get more stone, and I hear something down here. There it is. Why are none of these hitting? Anyway. Right, that should be enough to get me started anyway. And we also need more clay. I suspect I'm going to need a lot more than just that much cobblestone though. I have some expansions in mind, and I'm pretty excited about them. I'm not totally sure how the roof is going to work after this, but you know, we'll figure that out when we get there. I'm going to take the whole tower down because we're going to be replacing it wholesale with one that is hopefully much better. You ready for this? Nice. You know what? I'm gonna put a few ingots on the forge. I think we've got some things to make. Go. We have a meal cooking. We have... Oh, does this already have charcoal in it? Yes. I don't remember putting that in there, but go me. Now I need the tongs. Now, one thing that I want to make is from a mod, so let's get that sorted out. Oh, do I just need to split? Okay, I'll do that. I did not realize that this was an ingot per. Well, I guess I'll get to it. Well, that was quite the investment, but now that I have a full set of 8 tin bronze splitter plugs, I'm gonna take these and our hammer and a torch because it's very dark. And that isn't actually the end of our smithing on this little adventure. But let's go get our first proper slab of stone. Alright, so I want... How wide is this? Oh, it's 9 by 9? Let's go. That's awesome. Okay, so I want to go down 4. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yep, one more. 4. Right now I'm going to take our splitter plugs, set them up here and down here. Now we take our hammer, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to start it from up here. You right click until they do their second stage of animation. They won't go any further than that. Now we do the same down here. And there we go. We get all of our splitter plugs back with no degradation. I think it costs a little hammer durability. I wasn't actually watching. But that gives us a large stone slab that contains all of the basalt in this volume. Now I can take our large stone slab and have absolutely nowhere to put it, but we're gonna plonk it down right here. Right in the way. Everything. Everything is in the way. But we now have a large stone slab. And there's a few things we can do with this. So now that we have a stone slab, there are 4 more tools that we're able to use. There's a finishing chisel, which gives us polished stone, a wedge chisel, which gives us bricks, a rough cut chisel, which gives us rock, and a rubble hammer, which gives us stone. And I'm going to go ahead and bookmark that page because I am liable to forget which one is which. What do basalt bricks look like? I wonder if they mean ashlar. Or blocks? Maybe they mean the blocks. Yeah, I think they might mean ashlar. Which I think I would actually like to build the base level of our floors out of. The cobblestone is not actually the most stable looking material, but some nice blocks would be pretty good. So we would need... That's the wedge chisel, if I'm reading that right. We're going to be making plenty of use of it. That was my last piece of charcoal. Okay. Do I want to just make this out of cobble for now? I think I do. So in that case, I need to make it a rubble hammer. Okay. Well, that heats up because it might take a moment. I'm going to go get another slab of rock. Oop, there we go. There we are. Oh, that transform is wonky. There we go. Here's our rubble hammer. Oh, let's get this out of our offhand so we don't drain hunger. Used to putting it over there. Alright. You. Do I right click? Yes! Oh, and the stones come flying. Yeah, I'm going to convert this whole stack into stones. Well, that's delightful. Look at how effective that is. Let's go get some more clay. I'll need a shovel for that. We don't have a shovel. I could have smithed one. Now we don't have any charcoal. That's alright, we can use the flint one, it's just clay. I think I want to bring this whole section down a level, but I'll do that later. Boop, boop, boop. So if I can get the wood together, I could do a burn right now, and we need the charcoal. So how's our wood looking? We need a lot more. Okay. Oh, we had a bunch more clay. Well, that's fine, whatever. We can always use more clay. Oh, this one's empty? Well, that's gonna change. too bad there was cloud cover. That was just an eclipse. Well, that was neat. Man, this game is so cool. Oh, look. Look, look, look. It's getting really frosty up there. It's starting to come down into our valley. It is getting cold. Now I'm gonna dig out a little bit of this. And actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, because I know this has been bothering someone, and that someone has been, on occasion, me. Yeah, that does look nicer though. Alright, fair enough. I have no nibbles, and I must nom. Where are my stairs? Where are my boards? Boop, boop, boop. That totally works for me. Now we just need to put the rammed earth in. Where'd I put my rammed earth? There we are. We have 2 stacks of rammed earth. That is gonna get us surprisingly far, I think. First things first, let's give ourselves a working doorway. This is our first double door. Well, look at how slick this is, the way Vintage Story does it. Oh, oh, just works. It just works. It's so good. Fantastic. But I'm thinking that this little covered entryway here, which, you know what, I will probably turn this into slabs. You know what, I really like that idea. We're going to do that right now, because that'll give this a little bit more depth. And there will be kind of like a runner going. I think that'll look nice. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. But I'm thinking that this entranceway will be one of our main entranceways into and out of the base, but also the walls will be populated with tool racks, and there will be chests here of goodies. These will be our dump chests, and our kind of adventuring gear will all be over here. So this will be a kind of checkpoint before we leave and when we come back in to get our stuff or drop our stuff off. I like having little ready rooms. I find that they really cement the adventure. But let's get the rest of this wall built, so we don't want to be without it for long. I need those fences. I think we got a bunch of rough-hewn fencing, right? Well, I wouldn't call that a hall exactly. So not much in the way of our fence, which I think we kind of need that at this point. One, because it's become an established part of our architectural language, having this fence along the top. But I think it also softens the wall a great deal. And especially with this being a rather tall one, I think having the fence up there to soften the top edge of it is borderline necessary. So that is logs and sticks to make 8. Okay, so how many are we gonna need? Well, let's go dump these ones on. So we need 28 more fence pieces, which is 4, so we need 8 logs. I believe it was to the sides. We need a bunch of sticks, and was it knife? Axe? Yep, it was axe. Okay. Bam, there's our fences. Let's go get these in place. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That totally does soften it. Nice. Now, lighting this is going to be a struggle, but what can you do? Now, you might be looking at this little courtyard here and thinking, geez, Tech, this still looks pretty harsh. I don't know if this is really the cozy vibes you've been going for so far, but don't worry, I'm working on it. I have a plan, and it does not involve this block being weird. There we go. So that should grow into a field of purple flowers with a tree in the middle. Actually, I'm going to shift that tree back one. Yeah. And that is a pine, so I'm hoping it'll grow above the pit kiln shelter here before the branches spread out, and it'll be nice and tall. So we'll get like a little bit of shade in here, bring some greenery into the base. I think it'll be nice. And unfortunately, it is pretty dark. We don't have much in the way of lighting availability, which is really unfortunate. I would like to do something about that, but we desperately need bees, or at least beeswax. Do we have an agricultural trader? It was agricultural and... oh, what is it? Commodities. So we've already looked at Stretch. He doesn't have any. We know that there's this trader over here. I kind of want to pay this trader a visit just to see what wares they've got. Oh, this looks like another trader over here. Mark that with my trademark Red X. I bet these are crimson maples. Those would be kind of fun to get at some point. Oh, another one here. Oh, there's some ruins in here too. Little spread of them, it looks like. Oh, there's another trader. All right, I think I'm gonna take the boat, swing around the south point here, hit this treasure hunter, or hit this trader, and then leave the boat in this river, do this little, whatever this thing would be called, and then hit these other two. But that'll be for tomorrow, because it's currently 2 in the morning. You may say this is too many berries for one seraph. I would say you are wrong. It's getting late enough in the year that I'm a little bit anxious about if we'll lose our crops or not. We might lose a couple of these. Like, these still have 2 growth stages. Onions have 1. Onions might be fine. In the meantime, I'm going to put some of this roof on. I love how this isn't my first winter. And yet, seeing the leaves change color, the nights grow longer, the frost coming down from the mountains that you can't really see at night right now. Yeah, there's starting to be little hints of snow in the air. Nothing that sticks just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. You know what? I think I want to make this one taller. I just think the proportions are going to look nicer, and I'm going to be living with this thing forever. I want it to look good. We still have those ladders? No. Oh, you see how the screen is shaking? That is not me waving my mouse around. That is because we're getting chilly. And actually, it's starting to rain too. Good stuff. You can see that there's also in the corners of the screen some frost starting to come in, as well as down here beside our hotbar. This is from a mod that adds some additional HUD icons. But this one here is of our current body temperature, which we want to stay above 0 degrees Celsius. You'll notice that our shivering is quite a bit more now. And if I go into third person here, you'll also see that we're shivering. You can see we cross our arms over our chest and we have a right proper shiver because it's getting cold. I always liked that detail. This game is so good about its details. Wow, it's getting really cold. Okay. Ooh. Let's grab some peat and start up a fire. We'll warm right up. There we go. There, and now we're not even cold. Are still a little bit chilly, actually. Is this still sealed? It is. Why is this roof being weird, though, now? There we go. Oh, that fixed the whole row of them. Okay. I don't know what the problem was, but we fixed it. Good job. Ooh, it's really coming down, huh? Well, it is daytime, and I said I wanted to go out, do some shopping. Well, I don't think I exactly called it shopping, but that is kind of the gist of it. So I am going to stop what I'm doing and get ready to head out on a little adventure for the day. Oh, we need our gears. Was that just another eclipse? That's kind of wild. Okay. Slightly ominous, not gonna lie. Let's get headed out. I want to see if we can find any beeswax. And we need to head to the raft, which is this way. It's a pretty chilly day to be making this expedition, but we need light. We need lighting really badly. I haven't checked our traps in days. Hold on. I gotta go back. Looks like we're going back home for a bit. Alright, that's an empty trap. It's another empty trap. And also empty. No bait. Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna let those sit, actually. We got other stuff we need to be doing right now. Going via water actually seems like a pretty terrible idea. So I am instead going to make the overland trip. Oh man, I'm getting real cold now. I'm cold. I'm wet. This is terrible. When we get home, I'm making our new clothes. Clearly, it is time. Alright, well, Stretch here is a commodities merchant, so I figure we might as well stop in and maybe warm up a little while we're at it. Ooh. Hey, there's Stretch. Could buy some resin, some more cassiterite. It's a little bit tempting, I'm not gonna lie. There's lime here, but we have a ton of access to lime. That isn't actually something we should be buying. Alright, well, that wasn't a long stop, but I want to get moving. And now I think taking to the water will be quicker. I think I'm starting to take freezing damage. Yeah, that's what that would be. I'm gonna at least get to our destination first before we figure out what we're gonna do next. I did not bring the means to make a fire. I don't have an axe. I'm gonna pull over here because it looks like that's gonna keep getting higher. Grab our boat. Let's see about finding this trader and taking shelter for the night. Oh, is this gonna be luxuries? Oh no, luxuries isn't a room. Alright, what's your name? Loon. Survival goods, he is. Oh, he has halite. I don't think I can actually do anything with the halite right now, though. Alright, well, thank you. So that trader isn't going to work for us to warm up at, unfortunately. Let's go. That's blue clay. I am definitely gonna tag blue clay when I see it. That's super rare now. Oh, that's a good sized bit of it too. That's kind of exciting. You have a door, though it's a sleek door. So this isn't a room. No. Alright, trader. What's your name? Carl. Carl the survival goods. You don't have what we're looking for. Alright, to the north. Hopefully we can get a spot of shelter. Any amount of it, really. A door that exists will do it for me at this point. Like a door that is, you know, usable as a door. That's all I'm asking for. It's not much. Oh! It's a big old deposit of copper. Alright, here's those ruins. I'm going to give them a really quick look over. I don't have time to really be out here for very long. But if there's like an exposed, cracked vessel like this. Some flax fibers, and what are you? Cabbage seeds. Is that it? Yes, okay. Okay, things are getting concerning at this point. I need to start sprinting. And if this guy doesn't have... That's a lot of chickens. And if this guy doesn't have, like, an actual room that he's out here surviving in, I'm gonna need to build one on the spot with not much time left. Kind of banking on this trader being a reasonable individual. I'm kind of banking on this trader. I'm kind of banking on this trader being a reasonable individual. There it is. Please tell me I'm in luck. Are you kidding me? Alright, trader. What's your name? Rabal. The furniture trader. You are useless. I mean, you have some neat paintings. And a crap door. Alright, cool. Shoot. Alright. Alright, this wall, these trees are kind of intense. Is there a smaller tree? This one. This'll do. Oh, we've stopped freezing. I'm just gonna go home. How about that? Oh, look, here's our translocator. Wow, we really came up here, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna cut right across. We gotta get home. Oh. Might not be able to tell, but there's a giant mountain right in front of me. That would be directly across. Okay. Where am I gonna go? I might be able to, like, come through here. We're gonna find out. Let's go. Oh, this is totally a mountain pass here. This is neat. It's still, like, hard trekking, but it's not a sheer cliff, you know? That is a pretty cool cave opening. Please excuse, I gotta go check that out. Okay, that got it. Dead end, okay. Unfortunately, nothing of too much interest. Right, well, while we're cutting through here, I haven't been in this forest at all, so I'm not expecting to find bees, but I'll keep my ears open for them all the same. Oh, it's raining. There's no way I'm gonna hear them even if they're here. I believe beehives will still buzz in the winter, though I think it's much quieter, and I know that they won't be able to swarm to a new skep, but at least we'd know where they are, and that's worth something. Let's take a poke in this cave here. A medium temporal storm is approaching. I'm in the middle of a cave. Okay, cool. We need to get home. I think that's the exit then. Let me just look down here really quick. Oh man, it keeps going. It's a boat turn. These are really long. There's nothing down this way. I'm just gonna get back. We only have 4 hours until the storm hits. That's not nearly long enough to be like digging around down here. Is this isn't the way out, is it? Oh no. Oh no, I'm totally lost down here. Wait, that's dirt. So we're pretty shallow. I can dig out. Given that there's a storm coming, this is probably the best course of action. Oh good, we were really close. I'll take it. Alright, let's get home. No more spelunking detours. Ah, we're finally back in our home valley. There's our home, looking a little bit like there's an earthquake. We are shivering again. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look quite as welcoming without the tower. I thought that was a gate there. We'll have to attend to that at some point. Our chicken is doing well. That's what we call that. And now we'll start really warming up. Oh. Well, while that cooks, I'm going to start getting ready for the impending temporal storm, and I will see you when it begins. Is this an utterly ridiculous time to be doing this? Yeah, probably. But I'm doing it. I want to say I have a slab somewhere. I have one slab. You know what, that'll do. At least for now. So I wasn't able to interact with the croc while it was on the shelf. By like right-clicking on it with a bowl, but I should be able to do it from ground storage. So I had to shuffle some things around a little bit, but I can still access this chest, and this part, I'll put another slab in here eventually, but this top part is much more usable now. Right, we have just a few seconds left. We're all holed up and relatively safe in our charcoal pit. Medium temporal storm is imminent. Since we're still definitely not really geared enough to mess around with a temporal storm in the open, we're going to be sleeping through this one. But I wanted to take a moment to point out that there is an accessibility option to turn down the wavy warping effect if it bothers you. So if you are interested in the game but that turned you off to it, you can actually disable that. I happen to rather like it, so I leave it on. Oh, there it goes. But let's go ahead and sleep through this. And it's snowing. Oh, that's not actually that much dry grass. The thing I really need, though, is charcoal. Let's go get some. Let's go get, rather a lot of it. This is now a usable charcoal pit, so we might as well fill it. Since this has caught me out at least once before, let's stick a gate here, so that we can actually use this as an exit. Since that was the intent in the first place. Whew. It's getting chilly now. That time of year. Look at all the ferns, though. Love how they stand out red against the yellow and green. The seeds that I'm planting now won't turn into a tree until sometime next year in the spring. Honestly, about 6 months from now. So throughout the winter, whenever we need more wood, we're going to be venturing further and further into this forest, which we've already cut back a pretty good bit. But, as always, I'll be replanting at least as many trees as I take out of here to maintain the forest's health. I mean, more or less. We do a little deforestation as a treat. Now, to be honest, I do feel a little bit bad about it, but net, I do plant more trees than I cut down, which is something. Alright, so once my hotbar fills up with logs, we'll have 9 stacks of large logs, which is enough to completely fill the new and improved volume of our charcoal pit. And look, if we've got the space, it would be a damn shame not to use it. I think I've mentioned it before, but I play with the music off, and the only thing I'm really hearing right now is the wind. I mean, me moving around and all of my actions, but other than that, the world around me is just the wind and occasionally a tree creaking, which is still the wind. Oh, I'm getting a bit chilly. That's alright, I should be able to finish this out before that progresses too far. Speaking of clothes, we need to have a talk about our clothes situation. We are currently wearing our clothes from spawn, which is actually that was incredibly loud for me. Okay. We are currently wearing the clothes that we had upon spawning into the world, which is a decent set of clothes, but it is currently in a state of ill repair. If I open up our character menu, you'll see that we're freezing cold and soaking wet. We are good to start heading home, so I'll do that while explaining. But if I mouse over our clothes, you'll see condition terrible. plus 0 degrees Celsius. There's another one, but this one has a max warmth of 2 degrees Celsius. But because these are threadbare rags, they're not doing anything to benefit us right now. They are giving us exactly 0 warmth benefit, which is not great. I should have gone to the other entrance. This one was way out of the way. All right, let's go inside to start warming up a bit. Speaking of, we have some things to make while we're in here. Finally, oh, I forgot to replace these torches before the temporal storm. We have some things to make. And let me start a meal up just to warm the place up. There we go. Now there's a bunch of different things we can make to warm ourselves up, but we've been preparing since one of the very earliest episodes, if I can find it, by storing up these pelts that we started curing way back in the beginning of the series. So I can open the handbook on those, and what I'm specifically looking for is the fur coat, knee-high fur boots, and fur gloves. So I can take these 3 large pelts, drop our knife in the center, get a fur coat. Then for the boots, I'll take some mediums. So if we put the recipe in right, we can make them with this knife. But there's our boots. And our last craft is, I believe, side by side. Yes, it is. And that is fur gloves. I can put these on, our boots, and our gloves, which are very hard to see that we've put on, but trust me, we did. I'm also going to grab a bit of grass and make ourselves a straw hat, because if I'm not mistaken, we are able to put that on in place of our hunter's hood, which is not being rendered beneath the hood of our fur coat, but it's there. We are getting the temperature benefit from this hat, so we currently have +1. Oh, our shirt is out, and our poncho. So those aren't doing anything for us, but we have 1 from the hat, 3 from the fur coat, and from these leggings either. Oh no. 2 from our knee-high fur boots, and the 1.5 from the gloves. Our face mask isn't doing anything for us either, but I'll leave that on for now. It's very stylish. So we need new pants and a shirt. But we need those additional layers so that we can stay warm and be outside working for longer, because we have things we need to get done. Let's fill our inventory with firewood. We need... it's 18 stacks of these. Oh, that is significantly more than the last time we filled it. It's 2.5 times as much. Light it up and... yep, it's working. Seal it. And there we go. Our charcoal pit is working. Now, regarding our clothes situation, I think it's about time we did something with our bedroom. And the first thing that I'm going to do to decorate is use the purposeful storage mod. Oh, it takes up 2. What do I... oh, I have to have something in my hands because for some reason it's a shift right click? Okay, anyway, this is my first time using this mod, so please excuse any awkwardness, of which there is plenty. Oh, I can hang my pants in here too? It did not say that I could. Alright, well, now our old hunter set is put away. Since it's all zeros, though we can repair it in the future, just I don't think right now that's necessarily the right call. And I'm going to once again turn to purposeful storage for a hat rack, which I believe I can put my hood on. Yes, I can. It displays kind of weirdly. You know what? I'm going to hide that down there. And a glove rack, which I'm going to put up there, I guess. It's a little bit weird, but it works. But I've decided that looks kind of funny, so I'm going to display it like that instead. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit nicer. This is, of course, pretty temporary, but I think I want to have windows along this wall, and then I'm not entirely sure what I'll do in the middle of the room. Yeah, maybe like that. I don't know, whatever. I'll be coming back to this multiple times. And there's actually 2 more things that we can make right now. And they are rawhide trousers and a rawhide mantle. The rawhide mantle is a shirt. The trousers are, well, trousers. So I am now once again wearing full layers. And I'm getting a total benefit of 1, 3, 6, 8, 10, 11.5, and this is 0. But 11.5 degrees bonus from our clothing, which is pretty significant. We should basically be warm enough now into the depths of winter. We might still get pretty cold on like the worst days, but this will keep things much more in check than if we were running around essentially naked like we were before. Alright, so I'm waiting for the charcoal to finish, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing I can do. Where did our pickaxe go? Ah, there it is. And I will want this axe as well, because I think a good thing for us to do right now would be to keep working on our tower here. And I'm just going to have a hanging ladder entrance, which is a little bit janky, but I don't expect to be up in the tower that often, so having the access to it be a little bit weird it's fine. What happens if I pull this out, replace it in this direction, then adjust this one like that? I mean, that is a lot closer. I think that's a little bit weird, but it blends in much more. Now I'm gonna head inside and grab that block before it disappears. Oh, that's kind of janky. Yeah, I kind of like that. The start of our library. It's humble for now. Let's see, is this high enough? Kind of wanted it to be a little bit higher, I feel like. Actually, how tall is this? It's about the same height that it was, honestly. I feel like I want it to be a little bigger. I don't know what that sound was. And this is the last of our clay. I think I want 2 more of cobblestone. And then there will be, yeah, I think 2 more, and then that'll be a cobblestone floor with the, yep, okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Give me your clay. Oh, I just remembered where all those ingots went. They went into the splitter plugs. It's worth TBH. There we go, that should be enough. Yeah, that feels pretty properly tall. Okay, nice. I like it. Although, speaking of, since I'm doing something properly tall, I need more copper ingots. Specifically, I need 2 more ingots for a lightning rod. Was there anything else out of copper that I needed to make right now? No, because I'm thinking of lanterns that I still can't make because we don't have bees! The bees are going to be a problem all winter. So I'm just going to do these chunks of copper first. Although I need the charcoal to do it, so back to work. Where's my hay bales? There they are. Especially for building projects, I love having hay bales around because you can very quickly break them without a tool. So they're great to use as either scaffolding to get up the side of things, or what I very often do is use them as placeholders for getting into position or just to be able to place a block somewhere. So for example, there we go. This is now at the right angle. And from here, I don't need those. I can just break them. Now I'm really hoping with this that a higher tower that's a bit larger and has different geometry around these openings will hopefully stand a better chance of actually illuminating. That would be pretty cool. Now, how did you get there? I appreciate your gumption, but it's not what I asked for. Did that jerk just don't think about what's below you. It's okay. It's okay. I actually have a problem with heights in real life. A little baby. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of this particular thing with having a phobia of high elevations, but for some reason, sometimes looking up at like high ceilings can actually set it off for me. And I've never heard that before for anyone else, so I don't know what that is, but I swear it's a thing I experience. There we are. Now, I need to get down. Okay, that's definitely the best shot I got. Maybe I can grab the ledge? Yes. Oh, okay. I can't get in, but I think I can do that again. I took a little bit of damage, but I just like twisted my ankle, I think, or the equivalent. Oh, and do I have exactly the right number of pieces? I do. Well, would you look at that? Got myself a cute little tower again, and I need to grab... There it is. The oil lamp. We need to replace it. Stick our light in there. Well, this is certainly lit up, but how does that look from out here? It's a little bit lit up. That looks pretty good to me. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. I think at some point we can put some decoration on the tower, or some kind of relief sculpture down the side of it. That could be neat. But I think for now, that's pretty good. I'm gonna refresh the torches while I'm thinking about it, since we just placed that one in there. Oh, the chickens! The chickens have a torch. Well, chicken singular. Oh, and there's some eggs, which are not fertilized, so I'm gonna yoink them. Sorry, chicken. They weren't gonna go anywhere anyway. Sorry. But eggs are something that chickens do periodically. You can just pluck them right out of the hen boxes. And if we hit H on them, eggs specifically can be used in soup or scrambled eggs. It also takes cheese or vegetables. And you know what? I don't think I've ever made scrambled eggs before. I think that's what we'll do with these. And basically, as soon as this is gone, I'll make a serving of scrambled eggs. Is our charcoal pit done yet? Yes! Cool. Let's grab shovel. Let's also make a second shovel. Oh, I have this rammed earth still in my hand. Hold on. This is going to take just a moment. So, boop, boop, boop. And now that's storage. Yeah, that's what we'll call that. Parsnips are all done. The onions are all done. All right, I'm going to do our last bit of harvest. All right, we got a couple more onion seeds. Oh, it's 64 to fill a half of my planned. Okay. Well, we're definitely growing rye for our N. Sorry, I'm already trying to plan out next year. And do we have anything else P? No? Maybe we have the pumpkins, but pumpkins are screwy and weird. So throughout this winter, we're going to need to keep our eye out for any crops that are still lingering around and try to get seeds out of them, especially if they happen to use phosphorus. Alright, I'm gonna make a second shovel for us preemptively here. Which, yes, I should make a shovel out of metal. That's why I'm about to dig out all of our charcoal. Well, that and a whole bunch of things. Let me get 2 ingots in our forge because I want to make a shovel and a new hammer because our current hammer is significantly lower than I'd like. I think we can make it work, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit sketched out by it. I'm thinking I may move the entrance of this charcoal pit to the center, mainly because I'd then be able to shovel the whole thing before I have to take a step inside. I'd be able to get an angle on every stack. See, like right now, I know that there's 2 more stacks that I can't hit, but let's hit these. Oh, listen to that. Joyous. I'm gonna seal the charcoal pit up kind of just because. I don't feel like bothering to light it, and we're light on lights anyway. Oi, get back in there. And these scrambled eggs I wanted to try making. Single serving. Yeah, that crucible is definitely not done yet. Get lit. 1 serving of scrambled eggs with turnip garnish. Grab a couple bricks of peat. And get that cooking. While everything else is heating up as well. Also, we got over a stack and a half of charcoal. That is excellent. You're heating up nicely. I'm gonna make the hammer and 4 ingots to slightly restock some of our supply of tin bronze. We had so many of them. And then every single splitter plug took its own ingot, and I was not expecting that. I thought they'd at least come in pairs, but nope. Sure didn't. Oh, I need our tongs. Does that look like scrambled eggs to you? I mean, if that's scrambled eggs, that is a full pod, let me tell you. Oh, the crucible is done. Tongs in our offhand. Because that was copper. Alright, so I need another 20 pieces of copper. Dang it. That's on me. Well, I'm gonna put another piece of charcoal on the fire pit. I guess we have another copper hammer? That's such a waste. Anyway, one of the things I want to make with these is a hammer. I stopped thinking. There's our hammerhead, which is great news because ours is about to run out. Ah, that's some good stuff. There we go, and I am about to be using that hammer. Now, let's see about smithing out a shovel. And there goes our hammer. Oh, it changed what we were doing. Okay. That was disorienting. Voxels were not going where I was expecting them to. Here we are. And now we have a fancy new shovel for the next time we need a shovel. Very nice. Oh, I think this is still hot enough to pour. Yes, it is. Good. Oh, I didn't notice these parsnips here. Okay, now that's all of our harvest done. So now, if you would like to judge, this is the entirety of our produce for the year. Well, and also all of the grain, of which there is substantial. That's over here, in both of these. I think we have more than enough for our first winter. Oh, and also all of these crocks. We've got 10 of them now. So that's good for, I think, like 20 days. I believe you have to eat twice. Depending on the meal, of course, that varies. But these are, well, these 4 all red meat stew. This one won't refill very much because that's a mushroom stew. These are both porridge, and these are also both porridge. So these 4 are really, really calorie dense, and these 6 are significantly less so, but still plenty helpful. We'll be going through them in order of spoilage, but we'll deal with that when we get there because we still have to work through all of this. What happened to our juice? Let's drink all of it right now. Mere bucket. That's how you drink juice. Out of a bucket. Like a real seraph. Is that? I'm going to move our wine into an actual barrel for storage. And these horizontal barrel racks are added by the food shelves mod. They are not vanilla, but they just look so much nicer. Alright, so there's 40 liters in there, fresh for 12 and a half years with the door open. That might update. Yeah. 12 and a half years, that is pretty intense. And we can drink directly out of this barrel, which is nice. It is functionally just an open barrel like these, except, you know, not. And we have 5 more liters of wine here. I think we'll just start kind of drinking this. Because, I like the clean numbers. Let's have a little drink, actually, to our impending success of surviving winter. Because I feel pretty confident we're going to. Oh, that's hitting fast. That's all I'm gonna drink for right now. Oh, wow, that's really hitting me. More than I was expecting, that's for sure. Whoa. Another thing added in the purposeful storage mod is a tuning cylinder rack, which we can store our tuning cylinders on, which we only have the one right now, but, you know, it still feels nice to give it its own space. Our first snow. It's sticking. There's snow on our roof. It's winter. It is officially winter. No ignoring it now. And actually, you know what? Since I'm standing on this roof, that reminds me, I wanted to replace this. Well, not actually replace it, but I did want to raise it by 1. It's getting a little bit too low for winter, so snow is not without depth. As snow accumulates, since this is the height of us, more or less, we'll have to step up onto it, and we could get stuck under here unless we shovel some of the snow out of the way. Which we might shovel this courtyard a little bit, but, well, we'll see how the winter progresses. But this roof is going to become a navigational hazard for us. So, I'm going to take it down, and we're going to lift the whole thing up by a block. We're going to need a bit more cobblestone for that. I do think I'm going to keep the thatch roof and this kind of double angle slant, because I think having a couple different roof materials, well, one, it tells a story that this is a very old building with a thatch roof, and that's kind of neat to have that environmental storytelling throughout your world. But I also think it adds a bit of visual interest just because of the difference in color. There it is. Oh, it seems so much taller. I mean, I guess it is. And I think it's finally time to make this lightning rod. So let's get these heated up. I'll see about cleaning up my inventory a little bit more. That'll create 1,000 units. That's a couple. But I'm gonna wait on heating that up until after we've smithed this, because that's just how the timing is gonna work out. Now I gotta smith 3 copper rods, which is not gonna be a particularly interesting one to watch, so I'll see you when we're done. And that was the last one. So let's grab those, throw them into our crafting grid, and lightning rod, which thankfully we don't need right now, but now how do I get up there? That's close enough. Requires solid ground. That's not good enough for you, huh? I don't love that, but I guess it's the best we got. Now, where did the oil lamp go? There it is. Oh, that's pretty bad. I think I need to pull out most of the roof and make this much steeper, which I guess is fine. I like having a consistent angle to all my roofs, but not all things may be perfect. Place that down, and now can I put the lightning rod on this? Nope. Okay. How did I get up here? Oh, right. Well, time to try this again. Hey, I didn't even take damage that time. It works. I mean, that looks pretty janky, but there isn't really anything I can do about that. You know, it's okay. Oh, we have a good view, though. Look at this. If I crouch, I can even see up to the peaks of the mountains. Yeah, that's not half bad. I'm going to see about making this roof a little bit fancier. And I'm going to do it to the whole thing. I happen to be starving. Let's go deal with that by enjoying our scrambled eggs. Oh, you know, that filled us up more than I was expecting, honestly. I'll take it. And even if I'm going to leave this one as thatch, I can at least give it some proper framing up here. Look at that. That now exists all throughout our house. So if I come up here... Oh, that looks so good! That actually looks so good. I'm really happy with that. And if I come into this building... Nice. Oh, it looks so good under the eaves? Dude, this is good. I should check the traps. I haven't in a bit. I'm gonna go run and check the traps really quick. Let me put a couple things away though first. Oh, that looks great up there. That's super visible. Hold on. Let's see it from out this way. Oh, another torch to change out. Let's see it from over here. Oh, that's just good. Look at that. That's pretty great. I'd like to clad that roof in copper at some point, since we are, you know, Coppersburg. So I think having a nice gleaming copper-tipped tower would be a real, like, focal point for the settlement. So I think I want to do that, but that is for another day. Right now, I want to go check these traps before whatever's in them, if there is anything, dies. I should bring bait, so that I can rebait the traps and... Oh, geez, I don't know how to get into the base yet. I'll figure it out. Ooh, we are already hungry. I'm gonna bring some berries. Yeah, let's make 6 servings of hefty parsnip turnip stew with carrot and onion garnish. That is a veggie stew if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna light both of these. And I have my berries for rebaiting the traps. And the food will probably be cooked by the time we get back. Awful convenient. Oh, you can see that there's ice starting to form. It is -4 degrees Celsius right now. It was a good thing we harvested when we did, or we'd probably be losing crops. Funny. Well, there's nothing in this trap, that's why. Oh, do I really need to break the whole trap to reset it? Yes, apparently I do. Anything in you? No. And nothing in this one. There was a rabbit over here, though. So that's encouraging. You know what, since we're way out here, let's go say hi to Adachi real quick. Just to see if there's anything we can sell him. Hey there, Adachi. How you doing? What can I sell you? Alright, let me come back with peat, possibly fire clay, and our emeralds and peridot. Man, it has gone to, like, feeling downright cold over the course of this episode. That's a cool transition to see. It's a little bit of dusting on the ground now. But everything is getting covered in frost and turning dead and brown. This game does winter pretty well, I have to say. Okay, so I wanted to get 24 peat. Let's do that first. And we might as well get a bunch to refill some of... Ooh, I should grab this grass. The crucible. I need to check the crucible too. Oh, I'm getting so distracted. Crucible didn't get anywhere near hot enough. Oh, I don't think I had charcoal in it. Let me do that and grab a bite to eat. Ah, delicious vegetable stew. What a lovely medley of whatever I had lying around. Something else I should really make is a scythe, because that'll make cutting grass like this and harvesting crops quite a lot faster. Alright, so there's two things that I already want to make with our incoming tin ingots, or tin bronze ingots. I want to make a knife that I'll keep with me for a while, and I want to make a scythe. Given it's winter, I'm surprised how much of this grass is regrowing this quickly. That's kind of interesting. Alrighty, that'll do for now. So I need 24 of these bricks to sell to Adachi. These are all going in here. Grass. Boop, boop. Grab our gems. So I don't remember how many he was taking of everything. Oh, we have like actually kind of a decent amount of fire clay now. Still not enough to make the one craft that I'd like to, which is a clay oven, but enough to get us started. Okay, was there anything else that he wanted to buy? I think that might be it. I'm sort of looking forward to getting some accumulation over this landscape. It's going to be fun to see how things look different when it all becomes covered in snow. Hey there, Adachi. Seems cold in here, man. There we go. Alright. Rough emerald. Oh, I can sell all 3 of them? It says the demand is only 1. Oh, let's see what happens. No. He will not buy all 3 of them. Okay, Adachi. Sorry. So I can't sell the peridot. That's fine. Here's the peat. And 32 fire clay. I'll take that deal with the devil. I'd like to start collecting these, but boy, they are pricey sometimes. This one's a good price, though. We don't really have anywhere to put them yet. All right, why sell? That works for me. Thank you, Adachi. Have a good one out here. We're up to 31 rusty gears and 3 temporal gears, which is not half bad. But I think that's a pretty decent place to call it for this episode. We've gotten a surprising amount of building done, actually. We unfortunately weren't able to find bees, but that's just something we'll have to do come spring. And with all of our harvests being complete, we're in a pretty good place to last through the winter, with more than enough calories to spare. But thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out, and as always, have a great one.